Welcome to this presentation on the many good reasons to study and follow a science career in South Africa, presented by the Department of Science and Innovation in celebration of National Careers Week 2022. Did you know that the Department of Science and Innovation is the custodian of research, development and innovation in the country? Yes, a dedicated department that focuses on research, development, as well as innovation, working on getting new products and services to create wealth and jobs through research. Did you know that South Africa is known for various innovations? This product comes from the 1960s. Did you know that this product was used by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, during the Apollo program when they went to the moon in the late 1960s and early 1970s? This is also a worldwide product developed here in South Africa, in East London. This unique shape, called the dolos, was created from concrete, and it helps and protects harbors against the wave action of the sea. So you could travel the whole world and you'll see in many, many harbors this product, and it is from proudly South African. Did you know that the automatic pool cleaner is also a South African invention from the 1970s? Sasol is also a South African product, a company which is known for the unique process of extraction of oil from coal, started in the 1950s. And today, Sasol is a world leader in this field, as well as a global company in energy and chemicals. So Sasol has put South Africa also globally on the map. These are just some of the older inventions from South Africa. Let's come back to modern day South Africa today. Did you know that South Africa's got 26 public universities? Meaning there's at least one in each province. And we have a range of courses and degrees and diplomas that can be offered at these universities. Science, technology, mathematics can be studied at nearly all these universities. Engineering is offered at several of these universities and at universities of technology. So diplomas, degrees, right up to doctoral level being offered at South African universities. South Africa is also host to 50 technical and vocational education and training colleges. They are distributed throughout South Africa, and most of these colleges have multiple campuses. There are more than 360 such campuses spread throughout the country. So wherever you are in South Africa, you shouldn't be too far from a college, a TVET college. So did you also know that most students can study at the TVET college with the support of the state? And that is a very unique opportunity for young people in South Africa. Going back to research and development, the South African landscape, we have various research science councils, and these science councils are leading on research and development. Here I have a few of them. The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, this CSIR, is well known for their work in South Africa. Other science councils that the Department of Science and Innovation work with is the HSRC, the Human Sciences Research Council. They focus on the social sciences. The Water Research Commission obviously work on research concerning water, as South Africa is a water scarce country. And then the South African National Biodiversity Institute, which is the custodian of our plant and animal life. Then there are other research councils, the science councils, and to mention a few, MINTEC, their focus is on mineral and metallurgical innovation. Then we have the Council for Geosciences. They focus on the earth sciences, as well as, for example, they monitor earthquakes in seismic activities in our country. The Agricultural Research Council, they focus on agriculture and crops. The Medical Research Council on medical and health issues. So South Africa, we've got plenty of infrastructure to support research and development and coming up with solutions, uniquely solutions for South Africa, for Africa and the world. And these places are then ideal places where students and successful students of science, engineering, and technology can go and do research for our country and be a player, not only locally, but globally, through being a researcher at these science councils. Did you know that the National Research Foundation, that works very closely with the Department of Science and Innovation, provides funding for researchers as well as for postgraduate students, meaning for honors, masters, PhD, and even postdoctoral researchers. So the National Research Foundation has specific main focus is on providing support to researchers, many times academics, researchers at universities, but also other institutions like science councils, but also supporting postgraduate students and studies in our country. So that is the place to knock when you are doing your postgraduate studies in our country. Now, South Africa is a place with many, many opportunities, and I'm going to touch on some of them for science graduates. There are plenty of opportunities for South Africans available for science graduates. Let me start with the first one. Did you know that South Africa is known for car manufacturing? Yes, South Africa is a major player in car manufacturing. This is quite a big industry in our country. In 2019, before the lockdown, South Africa produced 631,000 cars. That is quite an achievement. We have several assembly plants for cars in Gauteng, in the KZN Durban area, as well as the Eastern Cape, well known for car manufacturing. And then for trucks, buses, and heavy commercial vehicles, also we have various plants around the country. A very important point is that we have a specific regulation in South Africa that a certain percentage of in every car assembled in South Africa should have a local content. And for that purpose, more than 500 car component suppliers are found in our country. They are providing the components for cars as well as for post-customer service, meaning we need the parts for cars that's been built in our country and being sold here. There is a map of the plants for both normal cars as well as for trucks and buses being assembled in our country, mostly in the northern and eastern parts of our country. Did you know South Africa is known for its plant species. We have close to 26,000 plant species. We have a rich plant life. We have more plants in our country compared to many other continents. Yes, continents. We are compared to continents because we have so many plant species in our country. Now, let me give you a question. Where do most medicines come from? Do you think from the doctor, the pharmacy, the pharmaceutical company? Where do they come from? Most medicines are produced from plants. Look at this picture, and you may have seen people selling such plant materials as part of traditional healing practices. Yes, medicines are actually taken through research from plants, and the scientists then extract these chemical components. They put it together into a tablet, and you can then use that. So, South Africa is, on the one hand, rich in plant life with our 26,000 plant species, but we are also known for being rich in indigenous knowledge. That information of your parents and grandparents and their knowledge about the use of plants for treatment of ailments. So South Africa is a very unique place where we are rich in plant life as well as rich in indigenous knowledge. So our country is a place where we need more scientists to do research on our plant life to come up for cures for diseases. And this is the place to be, South Africa, because of this very unique situation. And there we have for example, the process that came about for the production of penicillin late in the 1920s, taking a plant material and putting it into a tablet, or in medicines, antibiotics. So to protect our rich plant life and animal life, South Africa has got 10 national botanical gardens. In addition, we also have 17 national parks. So to manage these institutions, young people are then required to go and maybe study subjects like botany, zoology, nature conservation, and wildlife management, and various other biological science courses. So there are plenty of opportunities for young people in this field. Did you know South Africa is the host of the world's biggest radio astronomy telescope? It is known as the SKA, the Square Kilometer Array. This South Africa is a major player in astronomy. The SKA is being erected in the Northern Cape, and there are lots of opportunities in the next 50 years and beyond. Why? Because we'll need astronomers, we need data scientists, we need engineers to build and maintain the thousands of dishes that are going to be erected for the SKA. So please, you need to be aware of this. The opportunities are there ahead of us for you to study in these fields to provide support for this important program. Did you know that South Africa's got plenty of infrastructure, and this infrastructure needs to be upgraded or expanded or even just plainly maintained? And yes, for example, here, dams. South Africa is a water scarce country, so we need plenty of dams. And we need even some new dams over the next 20 years or so. We also have plenty of roads that need constant upgrading and expansion. We have thousands of kilometers of roads that need maintenance. We have railways also that needs upgrading over the next few years. And then we have airports. Transport is very important. And our airports also, we're expanding our airports all the time to deal with the many flights of international visitors to our country. So plenty of opportunities for engineers, technologists, technicians in this field. And then we also have infrastructure for our energy needs. Yes, our energy sector, we need electricity. And we need power stations, etc., and transmission lines, and these things must be erected and maintained. And then we have the very interesting alternative energy sector developing, wind power, for example. And in that line, we need engineers, we need technicians to erect, for example, these wind power turbines that are likely to be spread throughout our country over the next decades or so. Also, South Africa may need people to research wave energy as an alternative from our coast. I'll get to that in a minute or so. So yes, South Africa's got a coastline of about nearly 3,000 kilometers. Now that is very unique situation. We have this coastline, and as I've just mentioned, we may need to use the energy from wave action for developing electricity. But there are many other opportunities around the coast. For example, I've got a picture there of underwater welding. Ships need to be fixed, and one of the very interesting career opportunities being an underwater welder. And that is a very unique opportunity. When ships need to be fixed without having to go into a dry dock, they can be fixed in the water. And that is where this very unique opportunity comes in. The picture on the right-hand side at the bottom, that is the growing of food or fish in the sea. It's called aquaculture. And with a 3,000 kilometer coastline and the need for food, proteins, South Africa can also become a player in using our coastline for the production of food. And that is also a field that needs further development and people to go into it. South Africa is still a mining country with plenty of mining and minerals being mined happening in our country. Here's a map, and we've been known for years in the gold and diamond industry, but there are plenty of other minerals that are mined in South Africa. The Bushveld complex, igneous complex up in the northern part of our country is a place where very rare minerals are also found. There's a list of some of the minerals, and an important one that's not even listed there is platinum. So yes, South Africa is still a mining country. Though gold and diamonds have dropped, we are leaders in other rare minerals that are needed in other parts of the world. So There are plenty of, and all these minerals require being processed and in processing plants. So we need engineers for that, technicians and technologists. And then we need food. Yes, we need food, and we have a big agricultural sector in South Africa. We need also a new generation of people to go into the agricultural sector. And it is not only being farmers, there's a whole industry of researchers, of technicians, engineers with equipment required in agriculture. And these days, we don't only need traditional farmers and small farmers, we need also commercial farmers, people who can do their farming from their computers to manage their feeding of their crops, etc., and the irrigation, all done by computers these days. So plenty of opportunities for South Africans for producing food, and also a very interesting field is post-harvest research, meaning food must be harvested on a farm, but we don't need them to rot. They shouldn't rot before they can get to your homes and must first go through shops. So post-harvest research is to try and keep food fresh, like fruits, and that is a very important field of research to keep our fresh products fresh for longer. So that's an overview of opportunities for students of science, engineering, technology, medicine in our country. And I want to encourage you to consider studying science, technology, engineering, or mathematics in our country and contribute to our development. Lastly, I want to encourage you to do some career planning. Yes, this is very important. Please, as a school leaver or as a university student, please do some career planning. Please set your goals and develop a plan and work on that plan. Please set your goals. Do some research concerning what the entry requirements are to get into certain courses at universities. Set your goals and work to get toward those goals. And then, yes, you need to work hard. You need to study to succeed. And then, after you have graduated and you've received your degree, diploma, and you have entered the world of work as a successful young professional, please, I want to encourage you not to forget where you came from. Don't forget your origins. Don't forget the values you were taught by your school, by your parents, by the religious organization that you were exposed to as a child. Please don't forget where you come from. And then lastly, when you are then a successful professional, one day, I want to also encourage you to go back to places where you came from or other places and go and inspire the next generation of young people, and where you will be a role model. Please, you owe it to the next generation after you being successful to go back and inspire the rest that's coming after you. I thank you.